More 70 songs in the next hour. A chat with Otis Williams of The Temptations. This is Radio 2 on the BBC Sounds app, on your smart speaker and on 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 4 o'clock. This is Nikki Cardwell. In the past few minutes, the government has said there'll be an extra flight to evacuate British nationals from Sudan. It'll leave Port Sudan tomorrow. More than 2,000 British nationals have so far been flown out of Sudan. Kholoud Kher, from a think tank in the Sudanese capital Khartoum, says neither armed faction involved in the conflict will commit seriously to peace talks.
I don't think either of these generals is serious about a negotiation until they have exhausted their military plans. They will probably, because they are so well versed in gestural politics, commit to some sort of initial preliminary talks. But at the same time, we won't see the violence abate, and this will be a war that is then fought on the ground, online and on the television networks, and then also at the negotiation table. It will just increase the number of fronts effectively for this conflict.
A man in his 30s has died and several others have been injured in a stabbing in Cornwall. Police say they received reports about someone with a knife in the Bodmin area in the early hours of this morning. A man has been arrested. Amelia Clark reports.
Police were called to Bodmin at around 3 o'clock in the morning to reports of a person with a knife. Officers found the body of a man at the scene. Several other people were taken to hospital for treatment for stab wounds. None of the injuries is thought to be life-threatening. A 24-year-old man from the area has been arrested on suspicion of murder, attempted murder and causing grievous bodily harm with intent. Officers said they were treating it as an isolated incident and have reminded people not to speculate on social media during the investigation.
Nurses in England are due to start their latest walkout in around 4 hours' time. The strike by members of the Royal College of Nursing will last until midnight tomorrow. The union's General Secretary Pat Cullen says it's agreed that more of its members who are working in departments such as intensive care will not take part in the stoppage. Health Secretary Steve Barclay said he was disappointed that the strike action was being escalated. The Transport Secretary Mark Harper has accused rail unions of cynically targeting the Eurovision Song Contest grand final in Liverpool by calling strikes to coincide with the